Season 2. I've had a pretty busy transfer window. Managed to take another chunk off our debt. And, more importantly, kicking out more players that are being paid stupid wages. Welcome back to episode 12 of the Barcelona rebuild. We have Celta Vigo today, opening game of the season. I'm going to tell you all the transfers that we've done, and then that's it. That's it. Hopefully we'll have a nice little game on the first one of the season. Something to whet our appetite for what's coming. We need to improve how we perform against the stronger teams. So that is something I'll need to look into. Maybe have a look at that formation possibly during this episode as well. But before we jump into it, you'd do me the favour of liking and subscribing on the channel. If you're looking forward to the obviously the remainder of this series, the Newcastle video that came out 2 days ago now, it came out on Sunday. So if you haven't watched it already, I've popped a little thing up here. Went the wrong way again. Popped a little thing up here. Go and watch it. And we've also got the new save coming out at the start of the actual full release, which if none of you are, I'm looking forward to immensely. I believe we should start off with our transfers. I'll run through our sales to start with. There's a big one. Should we go big to small? We'll go big to small. Antoine Griezmann. He was on around about 325 grand a week, I believe. He was our best right winger. Atletico Madrid decided not to take up the offer of signing him permanently, which I think would have been about 30 million. So we offered him out. Man City took up the offer, 50 million, nothing else. So they're not expecting us to pay any wages or anything. So it's straight up just getting him off the wage budget, getting in a nice little bit of money for us as well. Following that up, we've sold Ricky Puig for 14 million. He was on about 75k. I don't believe he played for us at all last season. Tell a lie, he played twice, 4 times non-competitively. And he played 1 game in Europe. Apparently, he came off the bench at some point. I don't remember it. So I was of no concern to let him go. We sold Neto as well. His wages were, I think, just shy of 100k. They were definitely 90 plus. He's gone for 11.75 million. He's already played 1 game for Ukraine, or Shakhtar in Ukraine, and conceded, which I suppose isn't good, because Shakhtar are probably the best team in the division, if not second best. So I'm not particularly upset about leaving him. He is 33. We've managed to bring in 11 million for him. I was more than happy with that transfer. Braithwaite, we've managed to sell for 9.25 million. He's currently on 35k wages. I believe we're subsidising his wages for the first year of this contract. I think about 14 million. There you go, 14 million? Oh God, no. 14 grand. 14.25 thousand we're paying till the end of next season. Yeah, so we're paying it for 2 years, which is fine. That's pittance. He was on about 70, 80k. So again, I'm just happy to get rid of those wages and bring in a little bit of money as well, considering he's not the best player. There's one more guy who left, which probably wasn't the best, but Ousmane Dembele. He left us on a free transfer. He was on 325k or something like that. I didn't think it was worthwhile keeping him. Oh, do you know what? We may be worthwhile keeping him if we can bring him in on a free. We'll take him to a regular starter. We'll see what he says. We'll get rid of these 2. Regular starter, please. Come on. Stop having me on, lad. Important, yeah, we'll go. Okay, no, don't worry about it. And our only signing of the season so far is Florian Thauvin. We've picked him up for £10 million. We're paying that kind of subsidised. I think it's 3 million up front, 7 million over the next 3 years, or something to that effect. It's more just to bring in a player. He is of the calibre of Griezmann at the point when he left, apparently, which I'm surprised if he's going to be as effective as Griezmann would have been, but we're bringing him in for 10 million. He's already worth nearly 4 times that. His wages are only 70k in comparison to the 300 plus that Griezmann was. I thought that was a brilliant signing for us to bring him in. Keiki has come in. He's worth 41 to 61 million. He's a wonder kid. He's 2.5 stars currently, potential up to possibly 4.5. He looks pretty goddamn handy. He's considered a technical player, apparently. And he can only play in one position, which is fine because he's a centre-back. I don't want him to play anywhere else. The only holding thing for him is the fact that he's 5'11", but I'm sure it won't be that much of an issue. His jumping reach isn't too poor, to be fair. So I think he's tall enough and springy enough to get away with it. I have told him that he's going to be a star player, though. That might come back to bite me, or I might just play him alongside Arajo and just ignore all my other players. That's a possibility. Also, we brought in another striker in the way of Sesko. He is 44 to 62 million, his value at the moment. He's £15 million we bought him in for. He scored 11 goals in 29 at Salzburg in the league. I definitely didn't mean to press that. Let's not do that. 16 from 42 in total. So he's had a decent return considering he's only 19 at the moment. He's already played 8 games for Slovenia and got off the mark with them as well. And what I've done as well, if I move myself out of the way, I haven't told him that he's going to be a star player as well. So he's not going to be upset when Aguero or De Jong, or not De Jong, Aguero or Depay are playing ahead of him. So that's good. He's also been labelled by the media as the Slovenian Benteke, which is just hilarious. A few little things that I wanted to look at. I'm thinking maybe to try and let go of Hulk if we can. And who was the other fella that I was looking at? Miralem Pjanic. He's with us. He's on 105 grand a week, which is obscene. So I'm just trying to get rid of him. Likewise with Umtiti, I'm literally offering him out for nothing, and no one wants him because he's our highest earner at the club, and I can't see him playing over 5-10 games this year. So he's definitely someone I want to get rid of. I may very well offer him a mutual termination, see if he takes that up. Should we have a look? He's agreed it. It's going to cost me 5 million. Happy days. What are we going to do with the team now with these new players coming in? We want to play Mingueza right back. I have kind of promised him that I'm going to play him centre back. Probably not going to do that if we're honest. He's going to be upset at me. He prefers to be Arajo prefers to be on the right of a 2-man pairing, and Keiki's going to prefer the same. Oh, beautiful! He wants to be on the left of a 2-man pairing. These two are going to be best friends. I can feel it already. Arajo is 6'3" as well, so at least one of my centre backs aren't tiny. Mingueza's going to come out just for this game. We're going to put Dest in. We've got Alba on the left. Sergio Busquets at the base of the midfield with Pedri and De Jong ahead. The only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change him from a defensive mid to an anchor, just so he's just kind of loitering about, really. He's not putting much into the game. Talvan is starting out on the right, Fati on the left, and Memphis is starting up front. We have got Sesko to bring on, which I might do a bit later into the game, and we'll drop Depay back into the left wing role. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty damn well. We've bought Trinchell back from loan, so Wolves decided not to take them up on the offer. We've got Gavi still pottering about as well. Pellegrini as a backup left back. Collado, we kind of want to keep on at the club for the European rules because we need 8 players trained at the club, I believe. Likewise, as I mentioned earlier, Hulk, probably want to get rid of him. But let's go in to the game against Celta Vigo. Celta are lining up with a non-existent form, which is understandable, and a 4-4-2, which you don't see much of. Gavi, Piqué, Demia, Aguero, Mingueza, Roberto, and Sesko completing our bench. I don't believe I mentioned that earlier. There's a thrown on the right-hand side for Vigo. It's gone back to Aspas, in towards Mina in the middle, and Alba's headed away. None of our players have managed to pick it up, and Tapia's picked up the loose ball for Celta Vigo. Mendes, Fran Beltran, Tapia. They're a decent team, our Vigo, actually. I keep forgetting. They've got quite a few handy players. Hugo Mayo, Fran Beltran. I didn't catch where they finished last season, so I don't know if they're in Europe this year. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't remember seeing them high at the table. I might be completely wrong, though. But Javi Galanza on the left, Dest makes the header away, and Pedri heads it further on. Mendes picked up the loose ball. I'm not sure where this highlight's going. I'm not feeling confident, just mainly due to the fact that I don't think I've seen the ball in their half yet. But Yatta's headed the ball, and it's just gone over our crossbar. I've just decided to completely change our tactics halfway through the game. We're about 28 minutes in. We haven't actually had a shot yet. So hopefully we'll see that there's a benefit from it and that I'm a tactical genius. Talvan's got the ball on the right, puts it all the way across to Fatty, but it's headed away. Put back in towards Memphis. Talvan and a fantastic save by Ruben Blanco. It's a corner for us on the left-hand side. It's going to be put in by Jordi Alba. I haven't actually changed the corner tactics. I normally put it towards near post, etc. Like I think everyone did last year. But yeah, I've kind of just let the game do its thing. But we scored plenty of headers this year, so maybe it's not necessarily to do so. Talvan's got the ball, tries to scoop it forward towards Memphis, but it's a bit of an ambitious one, especially when it seemed that Memphis wasn't actually awake to it. He has got the ball, nice little turn on it, gets it back to his centre-back. Pedri all the way out to Fatty on the left. There's a few people in the middle. He scoops back, gets it to Alba on the edge, and his shot's just wide. I feel that we've had a little bit more of the game since the tactical change. If it becomes fruitful, I may very well recreate it and show you after the game. But otherwise, I'm not going to show you how much of an idiot I am in getting them completely wrong if it doesn't benefit us. Oh, there's a corner for us really early in the second half. Alba puts it in, Aspas heads away, and Fatty picks up the loose ball. He's going to head out onto the left-hand side. Good tackle there from... No, I completely lied. It's clearly not a penalty. I mean, I'll take it if the ref wants to give it to us, but he was quite clearly outside the area. We have got a few handy free kick take. Shut my face. Who's taking it? Arajo, our other centre-back. Our centre-backs bloody love taking penalty. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Is he going to score the rebound? No, he's going to hit the post. He's hit the post. He just hit the post. I could have gone better. 50 minutes in. There's a throw-in for us on the left-hand side. De Jong to Pedri, all the way out to the right-hand side. No, all the way back to the centre-back. Keki's on the ball. First time I believe I've seen him on it. Pedri, back to him. All the way. Play it safe. Play it safe. Ter Stegen smashes it out to the left wing. Keki again. Alba, De Jong. Quick little passes, please. Fatty, Pedri. Good ball out to De Jong on the left. Brings it down brilliantly. Fatty, Talvan. No, okay. Memphis. That looked like it was going through to Talvan, and Memphis just went, I'll have this. Don't you worry, lad. Smash it into the roof of the net. 52 minutes. I mean, yeah. It brought up Talvan's name when the ball was put in. So I was thinking I've been a bit of a tactical genius here and signed him, but Memphis just went, that's mine. That's mine. I'll start myself off nice and early. Dest with a throw on the right. Talvan, back to Dest. Nice little spin on the ball as well. Oh, he's loving it. Look at all the spins he's doing. Pedri, Keki, back to Sergio. Pedri, Dest. Right, he's headed out past on the right-hand side. Back into Talvan. Back to Dest. He's getting loads of the ball today. Dest again. Here we go. Talvan in the... All right. He shot. It was deflected. Came back to him. Changed foot. Like magically dropped his other foot onto the floor and then smashed it into the roof of the net with his left foot. This is perfectly lifelike. This is. Watch the reactions from him. Do you know what? I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to be that guy. I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. So look at this ball. Comes in. Oh, bang. I've also realised that I'm pretty sure I'm changing the speed of the wrong thing there, but do you know what? It's already happened now, isn't it? It's all good. Dest out on the right again. Talvan. Dest. Back to Pedri. Talvan nods it into Dest's path. Oh, do you know what? I'm really enjoying how they're playing with this. I know we won the league last time, but it's just a bit quicker. There's a bit more going on. There's a bit more urgency. Alba's going to smash this. Oh, brilliant save again from their goalie. It's a corner for us on the right side, taken by Alba this time. Puts it towards the, well, middle of the goal. I was going to say near post. I'm trying to preempt. I don't actually know where they're putting it. I've already discussed this. We'll make a substitution. It's literally just past the hour mark. Who have we got to bring on? I am going to make that substitution I mentioned earlier. Fatty is playing quite well, but he's a little bit tired, and I want to put Sesko up top. And I kind of want to push Memphis out wide. So we'll put Sesko up top now. We've got Pedri, a little bit tired as well, so we'll bring Gavi in for him. And we'll leave the third substitution till later in the game. Drop some praise on him. Fontane's got a throw-in on the left for Vigo. It's been played around their midfield and defence. I'm happy for them to do that as long as they want. I'll leave us some positive just for a little bit. Sesko with the brilliant chasing back tackle. Keki, Arajo, back to Keki. Back to Arajo. Keki again. Oh, they're best friends already. Arajo back to. Oh, look at them. They're having a wonderful time. I'm not, because I'm just saying the same three names over again. But right, Sesko's been put through. Goalie. Oh yeah, okay. Goalie was on that like a shot. To be fair to him, KK 5'11" wasn't even concerned about that header. Came flying out and destroyed it with his face. Oh, Sesko was unlucky not to get a goal on his debut, but he has got an assist. Talvan's got his second. We're doing all right. We're away at Celta Vigo, so it's a test. It's not one of the better teams in the league, but they're a good team, and we're away from home, so I'm really happy with how it's performing, especially since the change. I can't see that their stats have changed much more since, and that we have completely dominated. We switched on, and I'm a big fan. Dennis Suarez, Aspas. Oh, and he strikes the outside of the post. Solari. Oh, no, he doesn't beat Alba to the ball. Looked like he was going to, and then he didn't. And the ref's blown for full time. 3-0 away from home, opening game of the season. A brace for our new winger. An assist for our new striker. A goal for our top scorer from last season. And our new centre-back puts in a cracking performance. What a game. Biggest news we've had today. Someone's put in an offer for Miralem Pjanic. Get out of here. 105k. Find yourself a bin and go and jump in it. I'm really happy with how that formation went. Now what I need to do is rebuild the bloody thing. So, we'll add it as a new one. It was a clean slate because I knew roughly what I wanted and I can't find it. Create your own. It's not called clean slate. That'll be why. We're keeping the 4-3-3 DM. Happy with that. What we want is a sweeper keeper on defend. Not a fan of anything higher than that, to be honest. Both our wing backs can be attacking. Perfectly fine with that. Centre backs, might as well put in ball playing defenders, both of them. Why the hell not? Sergio we made as an anchor at the start, which we were aware of. Pedri's position was a deep line playmaker on support. The outside forwards were both inverted wingers on attack, which we again are aware of. And the striker stayed as an advanced forward. We start off positive, like positive. Positive's fun. Tempo up, pass directness we stay standard. Attacking width we knock it in. Pass into space, be more expressive. That's about it. Run at defence as well. Why the hell not? Transition, top three. Distribute to playmaker. Now what else? So we want to be counter pressing. Hit them on the counter when we get the ball. And the goalie to just boot the ball out nice and quick. We'll leave our defensive line as standard. The line of engagement will push up slightly. We'll have a slightly higher pressing, but not the highest. And the defensive width will knock to force them outside. Because just don't want them in the area. Get out. What I might do alongside this is make another one, which is very similar in regards to shape. But I'm going to do it with a control possession. And we're just going to sit there and kind of just loiter. Just sit on the ball and do very, very little. And kind of just let them try and break us down. We'll hold the shape when possession's been run. Sorry, no, we will counter when possession's been won, but we'll regroup when it's been lost. We'll distribute quickly. We'll slow it down. Goalie can do what he wants, however he does it, but just past the playmaker, that's the main part. We'll drop the line slightly, have that as standard. We'll leave the press into general. Won't prevent the kicks from the goalie, and we'll still force them outside. So pretty similar to what we're doing, just a slightly more reserved version of it. We'll keep the mentality as balanced as a standard. Obviously, if we're playing against the best teams, we'll knock it to cautious. Bear in mind we are Barcelona, so it shouldn't be too many games a season which we'd be looking at not being on the front foot. But I'm thinking those big away games in the Champions League where we can just kind of sit there and hold and see what we can get from the game. And then when they get them back to our ground, we'll go in their faces a little bit more. That's what I'm thinking from it. What I'm thinking for the next episode will be... what on earth have I done here? It looks well wrong. I think it's just because it's empty. We're going to come back for the game against Madrid and the summary of our transfer window. If it's quite quiet, I might team it up with Espanyol as well. So we've got both of our derbies there. We've got our Barcelona derby and then obviously the big derby, El Clasico. We'll be back for that in next episode. I do hope that you'll be back there for it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, then do me the favour of liking and subscribing. and showing your support on the channel. It would be greatly appreciated.